Good morning. We're just leaning into that now. That's just how we start these things. Morning, everyone. Hi. I'm a tiny bit late this morning. Apologies. Gorgeous little crumpet would not let me leave, and I just couldn't leave that little face. Hi, hi, hi. I think we've got a really nice one today. I've also got a new microphone that I was going to test out, but I don't have time to set up now. So tomorrow we'll give that a go. But today we're going to do a really nice practice. Morning, Sal. We're going to do really nice practice that involves some nice gentle twists that, as always, you are in charge of the intensity of. But yeah, it's a really nice one, so let's get straight to it. We're going to begin seated. So just finding that seat that works best for you. And we are just going to come into stillness. So just finding somewhere for the hands to rest. Slowing everything down. Maybe like me, you rushed here this morning. Maybe you're feeling nice and chill. Either way, just bringing that awareness inwards. Just beginning to notice. Becoming aware of your breath. And maybe if it feels comfortable, just lengthening your inhales and exhales. And as you're ready, if your eyes are closed, maybe just begin to blink them open. And we're going to come to all fours first today. Take any gentle movement you'd like while we're here. We're only here for a minute. Not even a minute, actually, a few seconds. So just take any nice gentle movement you might feel like you need this morning. And then we're going to splay through the fingers, so keeping them all nice and wide. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hip points. We're going to tuck through the toes. We're going to find a downward facing dog first things first. Tucking the toes, pressing through the heels, sending the hips up, gazing in between the toes. And it's up to you. We're going to make our way to the top of the mat, but if you'd like to spend a little bit extra time here in downward facing dog, maybe pedaling one leg and the other, just gently waking up the body, take some time to do that. Everyone else, we're going to take baby steps towards the top. And we are just going to find that nice ragdoll. Just let everything hang really, really heavy. You can take some gentle movement, or maybe just enjoying the stillness. Let that tension in the neck go. And then tucking the chin, we're going to roll up slowly. Remembering that we lift the head last, really feeding into everything as you work your way back up. Take a couple of shoulder rolls once you're at the top. And then let's just take the arms overhead. So inhale, arms up, gazing towards the ceiling, and then exhale, bring the hands down to the sides. Inhale. Arms come up and over. Exhale, hands to the sides. Just do one more. Inhale, arms up. Gazing towards the ceiling, and then exhale, bring everything down. We're going to find forward fold. Coming all the way down to the mat. Hands come down onto the mat. And we are going to find some movement here today. So really do bend into the knees because you're going to be here for a little while. So finding where's most comfortable. All we're going to do today is, as we inhale, keep the right hand on the mat, lift up through the left hand. First twist of the day. Maybe you gaze towards that hand, gaze towards the ceiling as you open up, opening through the chest. And when you've had enough, exhale, bring that left hand down. And on your next inhale, take it to the right. Same thing on this side, just inhaling up. Maybe following your gaze up towards that right hand. And as you exhale, bring everything back down. We're going to inhale halfway. Flat back position, hands up, elbows tuck into the body, bring the shoulder blades together. And then as you exhale, bringing the hands back down to the mat, we're going to take plank pose. It's optional, we're going to find our way onto our bellies, so if you prefer tabletop, absolutely fine that. From plank pose, you can come onto the knees and then bend through the elbows to gently lower down, or you can stay in plank and lower from here. We're all going to meet down on our bellies and we're going to find upward facing dog, so hands beneath the shoulders. Tuck those elbows in towards the body, press in to the top of the feet, and then as you inhale, open through the chest, straighten through the arms, finding a back bend that feels good for you. That's going to be completely different heights for everybody. Just feeling into your own body and what feels good, and as you exhale, coming all the way back down. From here, tuck the toes. We're just going to send our hips back. Let's find child's pose. Just for a moment. Just finding that connection back to your breath. Coming back to yourself. And then from here, walking the hands up towards the body. Maybe hands come onto hips. We're going to find low lunge, so bringing that right foot in front of you. You can be on the top of the back foot on the left foot, or you can tuck the toes. Remembering you can take your stance wider with that front leg. You can take it longer if you like to stretch more into that hip. Finding a low lunge that works for you, and then inhaling the hands up overhead. Bringing the hands together in prayer. We're going to bring them through centre, stopping at the heart space. Take a nice deep inhale. Think of the thread pulling you up from the top of your head. And as you exhale, we're just going to twist. We are going to move round towards the right side. You can optionally tuck the left elbow around the right knee, but trying to avoid that right knee folding over towards the left. So nice and strong through the right knee as you twist. Maybe press into the hands to open up through the chest as you hook around that knee. And as you exhale, just bring it back into centre. You're going to bring the hands onto the hips, tuck the back toes if they're not already, and we're going to come to stand at the top of the mat. Inhale to find chair pose. Up to you how deep you go here. As you exhale, bring the hands into heart centre. Think nice and long through the spine as you inhale. And then you've guessed it, we're going to twist. As you exhale, let's go to the other side first. So left side. There'll be a real tendency here for your right knee to slip in front of the left. Try and square towards the front as much as you can as you twist. Exhale, come through centre. Inhale nice and long through the spine. And then exhale, take it to the other side. Again, like we did in low lunge, you can really press into the hands. The more that you do, the more you'll find you kind of naturally open through the chest. Exhale back into the middle and fold it forward. Sweet release. Really bend through the knees as you find that forward fold. Lift it up halfway, tuck the elbows in. Exhale, plant the hands. Same again, you can go straight to tabletop, you can go to plank, you can lower to the knees first or straight down onto the belly. Let's inhale through upward facing dog, finding that back bend. Really nice, everyone. As you exhale, coming down to the mat. Pressing it back, maybe tucking through the toes as you find child's pose. Just finding that breath connection again. Before we walk the hands back towards the body, sitting up on the knees. And we're just going to take it to the other side. Slightly longer practice again today, probably. So taking the left foot this time out in front of you, finding that low lunge. And it might look completely different on this side to how it did on the other side. Finding your version of low lunge. Inhaling nice and long through the spine. Bringing those hands together in prayer over the head. And as you exhale, bringing them into your heart space, at the chest. And we're just going to twist it round to the left. Maybe hooking that right elbow round the left knee. Pressing the hands into each other to open through the chest. Really nice. And on an exhale, bring yourself back into center. Maybe hands come to hips. Tuck the back toes. Press through the feet as you come to stand at the top of the mat. Inhaling to send it to that chair pose. Thinking nice and long through the spine as you bring the hands into heart center. Taking a deep inhale here before you take an exhale. Remember, we always move into a twist on an exhale. So as you twist around, let's go to the right this time first. And again, not cranking, just finding when naturally feels good. It's up to you how deep you want your chair pose to be. Inhale through center. Think nice long spine. And as you exhale, let's take it to the left. It's a challenging one this morning. We'll bring it down tomorrow, don't worry. Inhale back through center. Exhale, bring everything down to a forward fold. From here, do you know what? Let's bend through the knees and let's find a seat. Let's end in a seat this morning. Finding whatever seat feels best for you. If you would like to lie down, absolutely find that position. Find something that feels good for you just for these last few moments. You probably really felt your breath carrying you through that practice. Maybe the heart beating a little bit more. Maybe you're quite warm after that. You worked pretty hard there. But as I've said before, it's nice to throw the more challenging practices in every now and then. I'd just invite you to examine what came up for you. Did you feel frustrated? Did you feel annoyed at me because you wanted me to speak quicker so that we could get out of chair pose sooner? Did you get angry at yourself? Maybe feeling that you could and should get deeper into a pose or be able to do something you felt you couldn't do. Just sit with what comes up, feel it, think about it, because there's really no shoulds in yoga. It really is supposed to help you to think about some of those lessons and take them into daily life as well as the physical practice that we go through here. Just letting the breath return to normal, to its natural rhythm. Maybe if it feels comfortable for you to do so, you can bring the hands into heart center. Not everybody enjoys this side of yoga. Just kind of acknowledging you showed up, saying your own little thank you to yourself in your own way. And if your eyes are closed, maybe just blinking them open. And we'll leave it there for today. Please let me know how you found that. Any and all feedback is always very gratefully received. Trying to pitch it to lots of different levels and keep it interesting and do things differently and stuff. So yes, let me know. Was it too quick? Was it more difficult? Did you enjoy that? Do you like the twisting? Let me know. Have really good days, everybody. It's the weekend, but it's our last weekend of live practice. So I'll be with you tomorrow. We'll do more of a calming practice. We might even do a bit of guided meditation. But yeah, our last one together, so we'll make sure it's a good one. But yeah, have good days. It was so nice of you all to join me, and I'll see you tomorrow.